I think like in particular with like podcasts are the worst for it. Right? So the actual ones on Spotify or
the inability
iTunes.
to retort.
Yeah, you can't say anything. Like you're sitting there watching listening to The Verge, listening to waveforms, whatever. I don't know. Other people listen to other things. I only listen to a few things. This American Life, but I mean that's a little different. I think. But sometimes in there it'd be nice to be able to say something nice or whatever. But often there's like it's pre-recorded.
Yeah.
It's all of the things that make it not interactive.
Totally edited and whatever else.
Not too much that way. Yeah, like most of them are they're good talkers. Like they're talking about topics and they've got like
specifics. We like to ramble. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, depending on the nature of what they're talking about, they're sort of hopefully talking about actually things from their mind and not just scripts written,
Yeah.
That's a little sad.
Yeah, independent thought never goes astray.
Let me go fill up this liquid.
We do that, brother. I feel sometimes it's a bit annoying because it is a one-way story, isn't it?
Yeah, and it could be going on, but they could actually have factual errors and some things like waveform do then have a Discord where people do talk about that. So if you do want to join their community, like at a certain level, there is an ability to
be accountable.
Yeah, share some kind of response or something like that. But it's quite it's disconnected from the media itself.
Like someone has to, supervise it or oversee
even
it.
beyond the supervising, it's got it's not in the same form. It's not like you're listening. Like say for example, with this YouTube video, someone can make a comment directly underneath it.
Yeah.
Saying who are these two idiots? Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, true.
30 seconds, and I was so bored I couldn't be bothered.
This is great AMSR, but I'm not interested.
But but at least they could. Like if you go to a iTunes podcast and you're listening to The Verge and they're talking about how
Angry
Apple is
Parrots or
failing in
something,
AI, and you could talk about it from the perspective of a programming platform and things, and how they're definitely not failing at AI. They're just not like got an answer engine. The expectation of AI is different to the
it's supposed to be a reference or
Apple's a platform, and so it's like. I don't want to get into an Apple conversation, but I mean the main thing is that what I'm trying to say there is that you can't write that anywhere on a pod. You can't go. Where do you write it on iTunes? Like in the
you don't. There's not necessarily
review
an
of the
ability
show.
for it.
Like that's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, I guess it'd be something. The podcast to me is what we do in the when we do the rerun. Like you do your edit and clean it up and take out spacing and whatever else irrelevant stuff to sort of clamp it together to keep it consistent.
Well, I mean, so it's interesting. I think about how you could implement methods of reply.
What it would take to create the facility for it. Yeah.
Or some way that actually interweaves it with the media, like the distribution media. Like if in the case of say audio, that different people's viewpoints from across the time of listening at it, since it was made, are kind of woven into the fabric of it. So I don't know. Instead of it just being static, you can kind of hear, I don't know, people's comments.
Yeah.
Stacked on top of it in some way.
Created audibly or something maybe, like they leave a voice comment rather than a text comment, or converted with some sort of AI voice maybe. Posing new interjections or extra questions for the subject, so it becomes more of a field discussion rather than just a analysis. Like someone going, "Oh, what about if such and such did this and that and the other?" And then
there's
be
a
able
few
to
ways. Like you could have it as markers.
Take a path off from that. Yeah,
fork it in some way. You can do an audio fork. One of the things I think of is literally having it spatially.
So like the other conversations are around the conversations.
I don't know. I still do want to try. We haven't really done it. We haven't done it yet. That one where we kind of mute each other and then both just talk about a topic. Yeah. Like completely freeform, independent of each other.
Over something that we might know.
Well, so you can have like a 5-minute rant about a thing.
Oh yeah, to get like a.
But then you play it back together, and so there's these two complete views. They're not really a conversation at all. So you've got like two views going on, but then you could have like other people record their views and then re-record the audio if you wish, like so that it has then 4, 5, 6 tracks, 10 tracks, 12, 20 tracks.
Yeah,
and there's spatially
you can whichever track, or you might say, "Oh, I want this particular. I like the way this is heading," so you follow that particular source off to the whoever's making the discussion.
But spatially, so you can hear the different people all around you.
And then basically all you do is just move towards the one that you're interested in. Learn to develop that. My ears pricked up and I wanted to hear this, No, that would probably work. I mean, just the amount of putting in an application.
It's like a different kind of audio format.
A multi-tracked.
That can be like a dynamically updated multi-track recording that sort of accesses a database.
Yeah. And then can catalog off in a, topic, might pick up what the topics are and then be able to see the branchings, so you can follow a branch. Interesting way.
Yeah, I mean,
different approach. Yeah.
Like the way what happens mostly on these situations is I think people think it would become a clip.
Yeah.
And then because it's a clip, the conversations and things would be a bit more targeted instead of being like on a large piece. but still somehow basically you're clustering the conversation.
Yes.
And storing more audio information spatially. Because I think we can actually it'd be interesting to see how many simultaneous voices, like about the same topic, talking around you at once, you can kind of take as a human.
The level.
How many people do you think you could take? Like 5?
I guess if we're all on topic, yeah.
Like if someone was talking about...
Tune to the finer points and then add your own.
What's kind of a weak way of looking at it.
For it, yeah.
Someone was talking all about like the, like say
That's
the
a whole
GPU.
part of brainstorming, isn't it? Yeah.
Imagine like a review.
Whole part of brainstorming is being able to do that, so.
Imagine you were listening to a review of a new piece of tech, and instead of reading the about the screen, and then about the body, and then about the apps and things, that each one of those, some sort of those paragraphs or those sections of the review are all happening simultaneously around you. So you're listening to the hardware, screen, software, all at the same time, in a spatial manner though. And then in your mind, you could sort of just choose to pay attention to bits of it more or less, as you would. But you could compress it. Do you think you could be able to listen to like 5 elements of a review all
the
at once?
PDS in spatial.
Like imagine if you're listening to about, say, a new phone, and it was telling you about like the hardware was in your right ear, someone was talking about that, and in your left ear they were talking about the camera, and just sort of the front right, someone was talking about like the screen, and each one of them was like a 5-minute review on that particular segment.
Yeah,
and
but it only took 5 minutes for the 5 different reviews. Yeah, I get where you're coming from, yeah.
Do you reckon you could hack that and make use of the information?
It'd be interesting to make it and then just to post it and see whether people could handle it. That would be probably interesting as a project.
I think it would help.
Take a site and then or their audio for their particular product and then just put it all together into a spatially delivered thing. You know, the whole how many advertisements they've got compressed into the longest advertisement. You know what I mean? Like, or even rearranged so that it's all compressed down into the entire ad in 5 minutes are guaranteed. You know, special technique, stretching and compressing audio down to 5 minutes, and then still audible and still clear.
I think you could have surely 4, maybe 3 to 5. And run like fully compressed knowledge.
Ultimate Blipbird.
And see a spatial design.
The new learning center.
Wow, that'd be interesting.
Complete product knowledge in 5 minutes. Bam. They have their own school to teach you how to do it, how to hear the spatial thing and then just be able to absorb the whole lot. Total recall. Like when you're recalling it, you hear the voice in the spatial coordinate recalling it for you.
With Apple's head tracking one, we had that active. Then you just have, I'm sure Samsung's got the same thing, or Google. So as you looked around, you'd make each one louder and softer.
Like where you were focusing your attention to, become the dominant conversation.
Ambient. I reckon it'd work.
Well, it'd be like walking around a brainstorming session, wouldn't it? Yeah.
It would. I mean, the walking, yes, of humans across time.